How do you get your budgie to go from a quiet, nervous little bird to the confident, chatting snuggler you want? It all comes down to a dedicated 30-day journey. This video is your complete step-by-step blueprint to do exactly that. But first, here's the truth you need to know. Every budgie has its own unique personality, and while many can learn to talk, some may not. Patience is the single most important tool you have. So let's get your budgie ready, and welcome to day 1 of the 30-day challenge. Week 1, building the foundation of trust. The first week is the most critical. Here's where a lot of new bird owners go wrong. They rush. This week is not about talking. It's about making your budgie feel safe, secure, and part of the family flock. On days 1 through 3, just let your budgie settle in. Place its cage in the living room, a social hub of the house, but away from direct, loud noises. The cage should be at eye level, so you don't seem like a giant predator looming over it. For these first few days, don't try to touch it or force any interaction. Just spend time near its cage, talking to it in a low, calm, and soothing voice. You can read a book aloud or just narrate what you're doing. This low-stress exposure gets your budgie used to your presence and your voice, signaling that you are not a threat. By day 4, your budgie should be showing signs of comfort. It might be starting to chirp, preen, and watch you with curiosity instead of fear. This is your cue to begin the next phase, hand feeding. Budgies are incredibly motivated by treats, and millet spray is a favorite. Start by offering a small piece of millet through the cage bars. The budgie might be hesitant at first, but after a few attempts, its curiosity will likely win, and it will take a nibble. From day 5 to day 7, you'll move on to finger training. This is the cornerstone of all your future interaction. Your training sessions should always be short, just 10 to 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day, to keep your bird engaged and not overwhelmed. Open the cage door and slowly rest your hand inside, holding the millet. The goal isn't to make it step up immediately, but just to get it comfortable with your hand in its safe space. Slowly, use the millet to lure it closer until it has to put one foot on your finger to reach the treat. As it does this, introduce your first command in a gentle, encouraging tone. Step up. By the end of the first week, your budgie should be stepping onto your finger without hesitation. The foundation of trust has been laid. If you want to learn more about how to tame your budgie in just 7 days, watch the video that I have put in the links below. Week 2. Introducing the sound of speech. With trust established, Week 2 is all about transitioning from silent bonding to vocal interaction. This is where the real talking lessons begin. On days 8 through 10, you'll solidify the step-up command to build its confidence. Now that it is comfortable with you, you can focus on speech. Budgies learn through mimicry and repetition, and they are especially drawn to enthusiastic, high-pitched voices. You have to become its most exciting flockmate. Choose your first words carefully. They need to be simple, clear, and something you will say often. Good examples are the budgie's name, like "Hello, Fido," or a simple greeting like "Pretty bird." During your twice-daily training sessions, bring your bird close to your face and repeat these phrases with a lot of positive energy.
Lucky, lucky.
You might feel a little silly, but an animated voice is far more likely to grab your budgie's attention than a monotone one. You'll know it's in learning mode when its pupils dilate as it focuses intently on your mouth. From day 11 to 14, focus on consistency and association. This is key. Make it a routine to greet your budgie with "good morning" every single day when you uncover its cage, and "good night" before covering it. This helps the budgie associate specific words with daily actions, which is a key part of how they learn. If it plays with a toy, you can say, "Is that fun?" When you change its food, you could say, "Yummy food." During this week, you may start to hear your budgie making soft, mumbling sounds. This is the very first sign it's trying to mimic you. It's crucial to reward these attempts. Whenever it mumbles after you speak,
Bird talks, but that's not important right now.
praise it enthusiastically with "good boy" and offer a tiny treat. This positive reinforcement encourages it to keep trying. Week 3. Expanding the vocabulary. Week 3 is where the magic really starts to happen. With the groundwork of trust and repetition in place, you can now focus on expanding your budgie's vocabulary and keeping its clever mind stimulated. From day 15 to 17, continue drilling the first phrases, but also introduce a new one. Give a kiss. You could make a small kissing sound right after saying the phrase. Adding sounds or visual cues can help a budgie make connections faster. The key is not to overwhelm them. Focus on mastering 1 or 2 phrases at a time before adding more. Repetition is still your most important tool. By now, your budgie's mumbling might become more defined. You might almost make out the rhythm and intonation of hello. It's so important to respond to these early attempts. Even if it sounds like gibberish, repeating the correct phrase back to your budgie shows you're listening and encourages it to get it clearer. During days 18 to 21, introduce simple tricks to prevent boredom. Remember, a mentally stimulated budgie is a more engaged learner. You could set up a small ladder and, using a treat as a lure, encourage it to climb while you say, "Up you go!" This not only keeps training fun, but also builds more associations between words and actions. It might be around day 20 that you have a major breakthrough. During a session, after you say a phrase, your budgie might respond with its first clear word. It won't be perfect, but it will be unmistakable.
What a cute little baby bird.
The excitement in this moment is incredible. This is when all the patience pays off. Week 4, Consolidation and Conversation. The final week is all about consolidation, confidence building, and turning those first few words into a real repertoire. On days 22 through 25, your focus is practice and real-world application. Continue your dedicated training sessions, but also make a conscious effort to simply talk to your budgie all day long. As you walk by the cage, say, "Hello, pretty bird." If it's eating, comment on it. Budgies are social creatures who learn the language of their flock to fit in. By constantly talking to it, you are treating it as a true member of your family. This constant, casual conversation is just as important as the focused training. It provides endless opportunities for your budgie to hear the words it's learning, used in natural contexts. During this week, your budgie's pronunciation of its first phrases will become much clearer,
Thank you, bird.
and it might start to say them unprompted, especially in the mornings. From day 26 to day 30, you'll work on polishing what it knows and slowly introducing the final part of a target phrase, like give a kiss. You would say the full phrase, "Hello, pretty bird, give a kiss," and then make the smooching sound. It may quickly start to mimic the sound right after you say the phrase. It's also crucial to remember that a healthy, happy bird is a better learner. Throughout this entire month, ensure your budgie's cage is always clean. It has fresh food and water, a variety of toys, and opportunities for exercise and bathing. Its overall well-being is just as important as the training itself. By day 30, the transformation will be incredible. The timid, silent bird from day 1 can now be a confident, interactive companion who will happily sit on your finger and greet you. Let's wrap this up with some golden rules. Start by building a strong foundation of trust before you even think about talking. Use short, consistent training sessions filled with an enthusiastic, animated voice. Repeat simple words and phrases constantly and associate them with actions and routines. Reward all attempts, even the early mumbles, with praise and encouragement. Be patient. Just because your budgie doesn't learn a word today doesn't mean it won't learn it tomorrow. Keep trying. If you found this guide helpful and want more tips on bird care, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.